Alright, this is part 2 of an audio commentary between FoxSoccer and Lyn here on Turtle Rock. We have the Demon Hunter currently sitting at level 2, almost level 3. Shadow Hunter is now at level 3, so both Orc heroes are level 3, the Blademaster and the Shadow Hunter. Very nice job at just creeping. The Blademaster doing a good job keeping pressure on the Night Elf player, and he's really unable to creep anywhere that he really wants to. And we do have the Orc going ahead, and it looks as though the Orc is going to go ahead and try to creep out this red camp. Gets a quick ensnare on that Ogre Magi as he's going to go ahead and pull those units away. Blademaster joining on the fight. A nice shockwave and going ahead trying to focus down that Ogre Warlord. The Ogre Warlord is going to be surrounded, going to be confused for a little while, and now does another shockwave and goes down. So nice Medallion of Courage. Is that agility? No, just strength and intelligence. So that's going to be put on the Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter, always liking some additional mana. We do have a second and third Ancient of War coming down, and fourth. I do not know what FoxSoccer is doing at this point. That's three Ancient of Wars, down that I have never ever seen before, and a fourth Ancient of War going into the base. So we may have a tree rush. That would not be too odd, but this is not a common strategy. We have a Demolisher getting in play, trying to get repaired as well. The Demolisher is trying to focus down those Dryads. A nice mana burn, and those Ancient of Wars, are they upgraded in speed? I cannot tell. I don't think so, but that Ancient of War is trying to get in there. We have a fifth Ancient of War being produced. Oh my god. Okay, so very, very odd strategy coming in from WemadeFoxSoccer. FoxSoccer known for unusual strategies, but this whole entire tree push has got to be something that I have not seen in quite some time. So we have an ensnare on a couple of the raiders, Dryads in position, but they are going to get bolted by those Demolishers. Ancient of War units they're really trying to focus down that Ancient of War, and that Ancient of War is going to go down even though a Wisp is repairing it. Meanwhile, we do have the fourth Ancient of War being produced right now. That ensnare is going to go down. And it looks as though the two more Ancient of Wars coming in from the back. If he's not careful, this may turn into a very interesting fight. We do have the Ancient of War was cancelled, and we do have Wisp now coming in. And so Dryads are now coming in, trying to dispel some of that Spirit Link, I think. Demon Hunter coming into the back, taking out those Demolishers, and those Ancient of Wars are just doing a ton of damage on those units right now. Mana burn on by the Demon Hunter, but really the Ancient of Wars are really where it's at right now. That Ancient of War down to 402 hit points, trying to get focused down. It is getting repaired, but those Dryads are getting basically free hits on those units as that's happening. The healing wave goes off, and we do have an Ancient of War. Any more Ancient of Wars being produced? No, it looks as though the Ancient of War rush may finally be coming to a close. Those Demolishers are trying to rain those stones on those Dryads, trying to use that siege damage tech. But wow, very interesting fight so far. Those Grunts really acting as the meat to protect all the other units from the Ancient of Wars. We do have Wisp trying to repair, and that fourth Ancient of War is most likely going to go down. Demon Hunter is down to 77 hit points. Ensnare on another Raider is going to go down. Keeper of the Grove finally sitting at level 3. Nice quick detonation. And wow, what a weird rush coming from WemadeFoxSoccer. A very good job by Lyn to be able to counter that, knowing to focus down those Wisps to prevent the healing. Meanwhile, having the Demolishers focus down the Dryads, as the Dryads were really the point of damage on that units. But it looks as though Lyn does not want to be in high upkeep, but he took out a peasant to do something. I don't know what he took out a peasant for. Okay, perhaps just to get out of high upkeep or medium upkeep. We do have Soccer going ahead and trying to creep out this creep camp with a couple of Dryads. No more Ancient of Wars being produced, only your standard dual tech Ancient of Lores. Currently sitting at Tree of Ages. I'm not upgrading the Tree of Eternity, so there is not going to be any bears at this point. Blademaster is going to come in because he knows that the Watcher Ward is nearby. Picks up a Tome of Experience. Very nice to try to even out the playing field. Blademaster is currently sitting at level 4, almost level 5, trying to run into the base. Perhaps going to go ahead and take out some Wisps. No, there's not going to go ahead and take out any Wisps. He would need about 3 Wisp kills in order to get to level 5, so that's really not worth it for him. If there was 2, maybe he'd go after and try to use that critical strike and Windwalk to go ahead and do that. We have a critical strike on the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter down to 492 hit points, trying to run away. Nice Spirit Link, but it does not hit the Blademaster. Blademaster now trying to run to the back. Dryads getting split up a little bit, trying to push back to the side. and we have those demolishers, which I gotta believe are gonna go ahead and try to do a push. The army of Soccer currently sitting at 45. Meanwhile, Lyn, I believe, is at 50. Now finally at 53, pushing through the high upkeep or low upkeep, and we have another Ancient of War being produced. I don't know why. Perhaps we'll see more Ancient of War tech. That was an interesting fight. Now we do have the demolishers now going ahead and heading on in, trying to do some damage to that Gigantuan sea turtle. The trees do have upgraded speed, and what is their armor at? Yeah, upgraded armor as well. So 7 armor. So those units are pretty much like very slow hitting, slow moving knights. Very nice job. We do have a Dust of Appearance, so that Blademaster is not revealed. The Blademaster did get far enough away, trying to get away right now. Demon Hunter is currently sitting at 400 hit points, but does have a scroll of healing, trying to protect himself. We have a speed scroll coming in as well. We have thorns right now, so all that melee damage is going to go ahead and be reflected back. We do have an ensnare on a grunt. That grunt is going to go down as he's just standing there hopeless and getting poisoned and strangled to death. Oh, nice heal and a spirit link, so that grunt most likely is going to survive now. And with that kill, Blademaster sitting at level 5. Nice job to go ahead and try to save that grunt. That grunt would have given Demon Hunter level 4. So that was a very crucial save. Wow, 4 more Ancient of Wars. I wish I knew what to say at this point. Looks like Soccer is Ancient of War happy. 5th Ancient of War coming down as well. So yes, Soccer is very Ancient of War happy. Blademaster is now going to go ahead and try to do some creep stealing. There is no Dust of Appearance. And I do not think the Ancient of Wars are just now going to go ahead and move over towards the main base as well. We have the Demon Hunter now going after that Overlord. Overlord does get entangled, taking a good amount of damage. Ooh, Dust of Appearance. Blademaster gets mana burned. Oh, does he take the item? I believe he did. I think it was the Claws of Attack plus 9. I'm not that's what it looks like. He doesn't have plus 19 to attack right now. Demon Hunter and yeah, Demon Hunter does not have any additional items. So I believe the Blademaster did steal that item. Very nice job. Lyn now expanding over towards the 10 o'clock position, so very nice right now. Dryads are now trying to come in, gets an ensnare on the Demon Hunter, Blademaster. Blademaster is going to get poisoned and going to get slowed a little bit, trying to get pads right now. Though, if he's not careful, he's going to get another ensnare, and the Blademaster does not have any additional healing. Okay, healing coming from the Shadow Hunter, but does not have a town portal. Trying to go ahead and head back out. Demolishers launching stones against those units. Demon Hunter currently sitting at level 4. Lyn's currently building an expansion, and Ancient of War is just doing a very good job protecting. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Ancient of War is trying to protect his base. Demon Hunter down, trying to run away. Does have to use the potion of healing. Currently sitting at 400 hit points. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove and Dryads is going to go ahead and try to take down the Great Hall. With that piercing damage, he should be able to stop this. So we're going to see what happens right now. And the main army now going to go ahead and try to hit back over. There is a Scroll of Town Portal on the Keeper of the Grove, so the Keeper of the Grove will be able to cancel this and then go ahead and teleport out. Down to 400, 500, 300. 300 damage. Looks as though the Keeper of the Grove is going to try to go in and try to. He should probably tell. Oh, I said he should probably try to town portal, but it looks like that 300 hit point damage critical strike took him out before, and the Hex. So those Dryads are going to go down, and all just to try to cancel a single base. But now we do have Dryads now coming in, and we have 6 Ancient of Wars trying to do a push. So those Ancient of Wars are going to go ahead and try to do a lot of damage. The Watchtower is now going down as well, and this final Watchtower does get cancelled, and those Ancient of Wars, wow, a lot of damage. Now we do have some low hit point Dryads currently sitting in the back. Lyn, it looks as though Lyn was not expecting this, trying to walk all the way across the map, and he's going to just run into the Ancient of Wars of Soccer. So Soccer does have to, or Lyn does have to be careful. I'm going to go ahead and pause the replay for the what I assume to be the 3rd and final fight. Go ahead and stay tuned.